Hey all, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the second generation updated version of the 3D hologram LED fan. This is a product that's pretty new to the market. In fact, we just saw it a few months back, also at CES. Basically, there's an array of LED lights that are integrated onto this fan blade, and because it revolves at a really fast speed, it creates the illusion of a 3D holographic image, also kind of dependent on the videos that you're using, but it can create a very convincing effect. It's obviously not a true holographic display because we aren't there yet in terms of technology. It doesn't use light beams to project that, but instead it uses this fan. This is not a product that's geared towards consumer use, but rather for commercial use. So if you are a small store owner, for instance, in a mall, to attract more people, you can consider buying one of these and putting it outside or in a window so that people will stop and stare. Now, the reason why this is a second generation model is because it now has built-in Wi-Fi. So there's now a companion app that you can download for iOS and Android, which allows you to push over updates like photos and videos directly from your phone. So 2 remotes are included. We also have a kind of free thumb drive just to manage the SD card that you can insert directly onto the device if you don't want to push it over using the app. We have a mounting screws for attaching it onto a wall or onto a ceiling. Also tells us the pixel count, so this one is technically 640 by 640. Seems kind of low in concept, but you have to keep in mind this isn't the same kind of display technology as a regular TV or a monitor. It really is just spinning very quickly. So that resolution is just because of the number of LEDs that are physically on this one line. Quick look at the build of the 3D fan first. The base here is made out of aluminum, but everywhere else is made out of plastic. We also have some basic Wi-Fi information on the top here, so that when you connect it to your phone, you can enter this password to successfully bind it. There's also a few ventilation grills. We have the micro SD card slot, and a 16GB card is pre-inserted, which simply slides into the unit like this, and you can mount it with screws then onto a ceiling. So that's a pretty convenient overall design. I do want to clarify right now, though, that the remote that you saw previously, the 2 remotes, basically do the same thing. This does not have a built-in speaker. I just quickly glanced through the user manual. So they just give you 2 remotes, maybe because this one is using a cell battery and the other is using a regular AAA. Plugging it into power, immediately it's safer than the first gen model, because on that, it basically began spinning the moment that you plugged it in, which can be dangerous if you don't set it up correctly or if you're holding it. It also has this strobing blue LED pattern by default that warns you that that's where the blade is. Taking a look at the app next, so it's a free download in the store, and it's simply called 3D Displayer. The first step that you need to do, though, is connect to the 3D fan's Wi-Fi. So when it's plugged in, the Wi-Fi is turned on by default, and once you are connected to the correct Wi-Fi, password is 123456778, you're able to access this interface. So first of all, on the SD card, you can tell that I have a few video files already loaded, some advertisements for various products and companies, and you can tap on this, for instance, to take a look at it, to manage it, such as delete it, or to play it by tapping on it once. Change the duration that I want this particular image or video to be displayed at. And how you select something is pretty simple. You just tap on the select key here, tap on once, and you can create a different kind of sequence as well. And you can start tapping on play, and it will just play it in that sequence. Let's tap on cancel here. Down below, I can also tap on these icons, the media and the video, if I want to load content directly from my phone. So for instance, I have these photos from my phone's gallery that I can tap on, and it's going to try and play that image onto the projector, which I'll show you in a moment. Now, downsides would be the fact that even though the effect I think is pretty convincing, the app still needs a little bit of work in my opinion, just because although it looks pretty attractive and it's quite simple and easy to manage playlists, it doesn't fare too well when it comes to pushing over video files that you have on your phone. Photos work just fine. I push over all of these images, and we showed you that in that demo a moment ago. But if I try tap on video, for instance, it's going to try opening into this video recording mode, and I can tap on here to record, but after about a few seconds, I can release it and the app basically closes up every time. So that's pretty much it as far as our hands-on review of the second generation Wi-Fi enabled 3D holographic fan is concerned. Overall, I would say still is a pretty good, interesting product to get. Again, if you are using it for commercial purposes, if you're a small store owner, definitely something to consider. It's very easy to program thanks to the built-in Wi-Fi app this time. Sometimes in the video clips, you can see a little bit of that fan rotating motion, but to the human eye, it just seems like a static image that is very realistic, very similar to just looking at a regular monitor. You don't see any of that rotating effect at all. That blade motion is only captured, again, using the lenses. Going forward, I would also like to see maybe some other uses for this fan, maybe to display a time as an animation in the background when you're not doing an image. That would be actually pretty cool. You can check out more details about this in the links down below, but for now that's been our video. Thanks for watching here, OS Reviews, just a closer look at the second generation 3D holographic fan, again for commercial use, and you can check out more details in the links down below. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.